Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, October 1st. A nice morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region. There's some patchy fog in some of the suburban locations, and that will be possible each of the next few nights, late nights and early mornings. Certainly this time of the year, in a warm air mass, we can get fog, especially out in the suburban locations of the big cities along I-95. So watch for some fog over the next couple of nights, late nights and early morning time periods. Otherwise, warm conditions, some sunshine each day. There can be certainly some periods of clouds as well, but basically above normal temperatures from today right through the upcoming weekend here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. High pressure sitting over the Mid-Atlantic region and will continue to influence the weather right through the week. There is a strong storm offshore, but it will remain offshore. We'll see that in a moment on the satellite imagery loop. It is actually quite impressive looking, but again, far offshore, will not have an effect on the Mid-Atlantic region. There is some cooler air in the country across the northern plains, and still some stormy conditions out in the Pacific Northwest. They really have had quite an impressive series of storms over the last several days, with lots of rain and even snow up in the higher elevations, and some wind gusts as well in the Pacific Northwest. Well, here's the latest infrared satellite loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. First of all, off the Atlantic, here is a little bit of a circulation center, even with kind of an eye-like feature right here with this offshore storm. But again, other than maybe the eastern part of Maine, no effect on the Mid-Atlantic region. There are a few clouds around. This is with that dissipating cold front. We talked about that yesterday. That cold front did have some rain over the past few days well west of the Mid-Atlantic region, but it's basically falling apart, and we'll have a mixture of clouds and sunshine and warm conditions here in the I-95 corridor, with high temperatures this afternoon up near 80 degrees and then well into the 80s on Wednesday. Lots of clear skies really for the remainder part of the country here west of the Appalachian Mountains. There are still some showers of rain and snow up across the Pacific Northwest, but lots of clear skies here in the middle part of the country, and indeed we should have some sunshine here for each of the next several days. Well, let's take a look at a few forecast maps. This is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run for tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, and then we'll look at Thursday morning and Friday morning. Really kind of a broken record here. Very nice weather pattern continues here. Much of the same of what we've had over the past couple of weeks. High pressure will continue to sit right over the Mid-Atlantic region, pumping some southwesterly flow of milder air on its backside, not only into the Midwest, but also into the northeastern part of the country as well. Again, we'll reach 80 degrees this afternoon, and then well into the 80s on Wednesday. 80-plus degrees looks quite likely on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well along the I-95 corridor. All the action is way up here in the Pacific Northwest. There's some cooler air moving across the northwestern part of the country, and that'll eventually make its way felt in the eastern part of the country by the early part of next week. Here's the forecast map for Thursday morning. Still high pressure dominating the scene here in the northeastern part of the country. Again, another mild day. This is for Thursday. Tomorrow could turn out to be one of the warmest days of the week, with high temperatures possibly in the mid-80s across some of the I-95 big cities like D.C. and Baltimore, even in Philadelphia. There is colder air moving in across the Pacific Northwest towards the Rocky Mountain states on the day Thursday. Denver today will reach near 80 degrees and still be warm tomorrow, but by Friday, this cooler air really gives them a good cold punch, with high temperatures likely confined to the upper 40s on Friday in the southern Rockies and in and around the metro region of Denver, possibly even with some snow shower activity. So they stay warm for a couple more days, but then a strong cold front plows through that region by the end of the work week. Well, here's the forecast map for Friday morning from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. Really, let's start in the west here, because one other thing happening here is there will likely be quite a significant Santa Ana wind event. That's offshore winds blowing from the east towards the west coast, and this could very well come into existence in the Thursday night, Friday, Saturday time frame, with much warmer conditions in Southern California, gusty winds, low relative humidity values, and as a result of all that, an increasing fire danger. So again, it's setting up with strong high pressure here in the Pacific Northwest. Clockwise flow can bring strong gusty offshore winds, a Santa Ana wind event at the end of the week in the Southern California region. Meanwhile, by this time on Friday, the cold frontal system will have gone through the Denver region. They'll be in the much colder air mass come Friday with possibility of rain and snow showers, perhaps high temperatures in the 40s following 80 degrees this afternoon. But meanwhile, still warm here in the Mid-Atlantic region. It looks like that warm weather will continue right into the weekend. It'll be early next week before this whole cool frontal system reaches the eastern states. So certainly through Saturday, it looks like above normal temperatures in D.C., Philly, Baltimore, and New York City with some sunshine each day right into the weekend. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.